Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. First consignment of ballot papers arrive ahead of the August 12th election. NAREP campaign disrupted by police in Eastern Province. Join me with the Midday News in detail after this commercial.
Giving birth to my firstborn son was a challenge, not because of maternal complications, but because the health center was so far away. Today, the newly built health center is only meters away. So with my secondborn, it was so much easier. As a mother, access to antenatal and postnatal health care is a priority. That is why I commend the PF government for bringing quality health care near our homes.
May I please have one beer and 2 glasses?
Do you have champagne? Yes.
Hold that thought. No champagne just for the month. You know we gotta keep on texting R to 9595.
I'm sick and tired of this R9595.
You stand a chance of your lifetime to win a brand new 2020 Range Rover Evoque when you text R to 9595. From as little as 5 kwacha, you get 1 entry. 10 kwacha for 3 entries, and 20 kwacha will give you a whopping 7 entries. There will also be daily and weekly consolation prizes up for grabs. That's great news, right? Competition runs from 12th of May to 31st of August 2021 and is only open to Zamtel subscribers. Terms and conditions apply.
Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the Midday News in detail. Ballot papers for 40 constituencies have safely arrived in the country ahead of the 12th August 2021 general elections. The ballot papers landed at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport at exactly 12:45 hours, and their arrival was witnessed by stakeholders, among them civil society, political parties and the media. Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ Senior Corporate Affairs Officer Mrs. Sylvia Walia explains that more ballots for 69 constituencies are expected this Thursday, with the last consignment set to arrive on Friday, 30th July 2021. Some political party leaders have, however, alleged that they were only allowed into the airport to witness the ballot paper after they had been already unpacked.
Zambia is getting ready to vote as the country has received its first batch of ballot papers for 40 constituencies in preparation for voting day on 12th August 2021. The ballots arrived at the expected time as the airplane on which they were packed landed at exactly 12:45 hours p.m. On hand to receive them were representatives from political parties, civil society, and the media. Among the political parties present were representatives from the United Party for National Development UPND, the People's Alliance for Change PAC, Economic Freedom Fighters, and the United Prosperous and Peaceful Zambia UPPZ, among others. Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ Senior Corporate Affairs Officer Ms. Sylvia Walia explains that the papers that have arrived are for all seats. She further states that the ballot papers will be kept at a warehouse in Silverest.
Tomorrow we are receiving another consignment of 69 constituencies, and then on Saturday, that is when we are going to have the verification of these ballot papers. We'll receive the last consignment of all the ballot papers on Friday.
Meanwhile, Police Deputy Inspector General Charity Katanga, in an interview, states that the safety of the ballot papers is assured. We have put extra security measures to ensure the safety of the ballot papers. Even the Silverest warehouse has been secured, and we are going to ensure that there are no unnecessary movements around the warehouse. While some political parties have expressed satisfaction at the process, others, such as the UPND and the Liberation Movement, have not.
As UPND, we call on ECZ to ensure that they wait for all political parties to be present before they start unpacking to avoid suspicions. Our cry as leadership movement is that this process should be as transparent as possible. Only 6 representatives were present today during unpacking. ECZ needs to increase sensitization. We also need accreditation to to make the process orderly.
Only 14 days remains before Zambia goes to the polls. Zipporah Mushala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
The Patent and Companies Registration Agency, PACRA Business Development Manager Vidan Jovu has urged members of the public to conduct background checks of any company before they decide to venture into business with them. Recently, a group of over 30,000 Zambians were allegedly swindled by online money-making platform known as GoLike and Istesco, reportedly walking away with about 23 million kwacha of their money. According to information from PACRA database, GoLike company was recently registered on the 22nd of April 2021 under the title Information and Publicity Services and note as an online money-making platform.
A group representing over 30,000 Zambians recently visited Zambia Police Service headquarters in Lusaka, alleging to have been swindled of 23 million kwacha by online money-making companies known as Itesco and GoLike. The citizens claimed that they were led into believing that the companies were genuine, as they said they were registered under the Patents and Companies Registration Agency PACRA, which convinced them to invest their money. PACRA Business Development Manager Ms. Vidan Jovu has confirmed that the said companies were registered with the agency, but not as money-making platforms, but rather under online information and publishing. She has cautioned members of the public, saying they should conduct background checks of companies before deciding to invest in them, stating that this information is readily available at the agency and is free to the public.
Our advice to people is that PACRA has a very active website, and one of the services on the website is the business verification module. So with the business verification module, it actually allows you to do a search on a business that is registered. So you simply need to type in the name of the business or the registration number. But other than that, if you want a bit more details, for example, who owns this business, who are the shareholders, what type of business is it engaged in, then you can get what is called a computer printout. And it's very cheap. It's only 83 kwacha per printout.
According to information from the agency, GoLike was recently registered on 22nd April 2021, which Ms. Njovu said should have made members of the public assess its credibility, having only operated for a short period of time.
So our mandate really is for us to register businesses. So in this case, where people are or were allegedly swindled by GoLike online services, yes, of course, it is registered with PACRA, but what is of interest is the fact that this business was only registered on the 22nd of April 2021. So it has not really been in existence for that long. However, if anybody has a complaint relating to GoLike online services, then they may wish to take it up with the relevant authorities, because PACRA's mandate is really to just give birth to businesses.
Independent investigations by Camnet News have established that GoLike online business was registered in the name of a 21-year-old man who will undergo questioning by police. However, other sources who have sought confidentiality indicate that many times locals are merely used as scapegoats to register businesses, while the real criminals operate from the cyberspace and are based internationally. Meanwhile, Camnet News will continue pursuing the matter with the relevant authorities to ascertain the outcome. Zipporah Mushala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Police spokesperson Esther Katongo says the directive by Inspector General of Police Kakoma Kanganja that police officers use force to bring sanity where necessary is not meant to intimidate anybody. Mrs. Katongo says police officers are trained individuals who understand to what extent force can be applied. Inspector General of Police Kakoma Kanganja on Monday, 26th of July 2021, directed police officers across the country to use force in bringing order in the country going forward.
The directive by Inspector General of Police Kakoma Kanganja that police officers use force to bring sanity in the country even as Zambia prepares to elect its new leaders has attracted mixed reactions from various stakeholders.
I therefore expect police officers to use force in bringing order in the country. All those that will deliberately choose not to follow the instructions should be dealt with accordingly.
Political parties such as the United Party for National Development UPND says it will not put its tools down but continue to campaign in the new normal without fear.
In the youths, we are taking all the statements as political statements, and no one is going to stop us. This is an election period, and the Constitution of Zambia allows us to engage the public, to engage the electorate. So no one is going to stop us. If they want to tear gas us, if they want to kill us, because the police are on record.
And police spokesperson Esther Katongo says the use of the word force is not meant to intimidate anyone, as it was directed at trained officers who understand the provision of the law and what it means to act outside the law.
These are law enforcers who you are talking about. You have not picked people from the street and told them to say go and use force. These are the people who are trained and they know the amount of force which they are supposed to use in a particular situation. And they know to say that if they exceed the amount of force, the minimum force, reasonable force, which they are supposed to use at a particular situation, then they are going to be answerable to that. So they are trained police officers. People shouldn't even worry, because here you are dealing with the Inspector General is sending a command to officers who are trained, officers who know what they're supposed to do at what particular point. It's nothing like officers are going to abuse this, they're going to abuse that. No. As officers, we work within the framework of the law.
Zambia has 14 days before it goes to the polls. This calls for all well-meaning for Zambians to uphold the peace at all costs. Prudence Tota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
In other news, the National Restoration Party NAREP has complained of the random stoppage of the party campaigns by the Zambia Police Service in the Eastern Province. NAREP President Stephen Nyirenda claims that his campaign activities have been blocked by the Zambia Police despite following the laid-down procedures. Mr. Nyirenda says it is shocking to receive instruction from the police that he is not allowed to meet any party member in the province. Mr. Nyirenda is in Eastern Province to meet party structures ahead of the next month's general election.
This is our country. Zambia is for Zambians, and only Zambians will develop the country, and we mean it. Now there are these restrictions that have been put forward about our campaigns that are going on. Where do these restrictions start and where do they end? Do they start with the opposition and end with the opposition, or they start with everyone and end with everyone who is campaigning? Because for us here in Chipata, we are in Chipata now, we've been blocked. We've been blocked immediately we entered Chipata, starting from Nyimba. We can't do anything, we can't move. We've been told, if you are going to move, if we're going to move, we are going to be on you. And when we queried to say, but our friends, even our incumbent president is doing that, we've been given an answer to say he is the president is doing his duties and he can allow himself everything. What type of a country is that? And this is what we mean. This is what we mean to say we need to get rid of this regime. We need to get rid of this government.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. First consignment of ballot papers arrive ahead of the August 12th election. NAREP campaign disrupted by police in Eastern Province. That is all. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. Remember to always wear your mask, avoid crowded places, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Stay safe and good afternoon.